Good morning, Crypto Chaos. How's it going, guys? We're back to 90K on Bitcoin. Oh, man. Here we go again. This may be the most important week for crypto. I'll get into it in a bit. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Santa Rally or Merry Crashmas? That is what we're looking at today, or I guess this week. We'll decide. We'll talk about that a bit. Here, guys, we gotta of course, get into the pleasantries. Good morning, Nebs. How's it going? We're back for more Crypto Chaos. That's right, guys. Good morning, Sunshine, says User G. How's it going, User G in the house? Yes, Master Otaku AM. Good morning. Good freaking morning. Let's go, Bobbin. 222,000. Here we come. Damn, we're getting pretty bullish already. All right, these are our kids, the youth. Yes, the link in the chat, of course, will send you there. All right, guys, how you guys feeling this morning? We only got 7 people on the live. Don't forget to hit the likes and subscribe, guys. We're trying to get the channel up to 1100, and we're only like 5 or 6 away. We're so damn close to the next target, and I'm probably gonna start handing out wrenches instead at 1100. I'm feeling some kind of way about it. All right. Let's get back to it, guys. Here we go. Right back into the thick of it. Are you surprised? Winning, winning.
So
yeah,
you made
so much winning.
Tired of winning. You say, please.
Yes.
Can't take it anymore.
Damn, and today's no exception. As per usual, 97% accuracy on the channel for predicting Bitcoin's price based on psychology alone. And of course, a little bit of sprinkle of crypto chaos magic. Of course, hitting our baseline bull target from last Friday. That's right, guys. Who the hell can predict Bitcoin's price action over the entire weekend? I can.
Stupid.
Yes, it is pretty stupid. All right. Again, same shit, different day. It's early in the morning. We're probably gonna see some market manipulation happen around 10 o'clock in about 30 minutes. You guys know how it goes, right? You guys know how it goes. Good morning. Thanks, Bill. All right. So $90,000 on Bitcoin currently before the market open. We're not the only game in town, though. The SP 500 is nearing 7,000, which is crazy. The silver is also nearing $70. We've been calling for that the majority of the year. It's still on target, right? Of course, for $70 before the end of the year, and then more than likely we're going to push for probably around $100 towards maybe the end of the first month, right? So like, yeah, looking for like $80 silver into January. What else we got on gold here? Same thing as well. You know, it's following our target. It'll be a little bit late. It is hitting damn near all-time highs. Let's see where we're at. Are we there yet? Actually, did we just break it? We broke all-time highs. Holy hell on gold. Is that right? Let's look at the daily chart. I think that's right. Holy hell, yeah. I guess so. All right, so yeah, gold is hitting all-time highs. That actually predated our target. Holy hell, when did we put that in? Back in May? Stupid. All right. Well, yeah. So yeah, gold's still hitting all-time highs. Silver, Bitcoin's loading. Probably going to take into next year. I don't think we're going to see that this year, though. But this could be the most deciding week for crypto. We have options expiring. The largest option expiring happening on Friday, with $23 billion hanging in the balance. We could see mass liquidations coming. As soon as if Bitcoin hits $96 at the stroke of midnight on the 26th. Maybe it's not the stroke of midnight. I think it's like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, something like that. They are going to be screwed. Max Payne, I think, is 96K. For anyone involved in that trade. Of course, CMA. To the downside, again, they've been keeping us range bound forever. And again, I'm expecting a flush this morning to get us back to some sort of, to tame the beast, if you will, for this week, right? So we're going to see that happen like we've seen every single day, right around 10 o'clock in the morning. Boom. Boom. What else is new? Boom. All right, so that's what I'm expecting. this morning. All right, but I would love to see us at least try to flip this this bear trend. This bear trend line's been the bane of our existence since the 10th of October. We have not flipped this in any significant fashion to the bullish side. And we're so behind on, Bitcoin versus gold. This is, of course, gold on the chart. We've, of course, been following that. It's been pretty correlated up until 1010. So we've got a lot of catch-up to do. A lot of catch-up to do on Bitcoin here in the next year or so. All right. So that's all I got for you this morning. Let's get into the news. We got about 3 minutes. 3 minutes until a market open. It's going to happen here in a bit. Let's take a look real quick. I want to get into some headlines before we get into the thick of it this afternoon. Let's see. Let's take a look and see what CNBC is talking about in the headlines here. Paramount guarantees Larry Ellison backing its amended WDBD bid. It's of course Warner Brothers. Let's see. S&P 500 futures rise in the start of the holidays on the short week led by tech. Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a short week. I'm pretty sure they're still working on the 26th, though. I'm pretty sure the stock market open on the 26th. Also, guys, don't forget, we also have a giveaway happening on the 26th as well. That's right. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. If you're not part of our Discord, you might want to jump on in. The link's in the description down below. But we're also giving a giveaway, of course, courtesy of Cody Bakula, who has made these silver charms. We're going to be doing one of those giveaways here on the 26th. Of course, the last day, major day that matters here in the States, or I guess here in Bitcoin on the 26th, the largest expiry week. There's a picture I'm looking for. Boom! Channel giveaway coming soon, guys. December 26th. Again, be there. All you have to do, of course, is participate with a super chat on the day of any amount, and we're going to be, of course, throwing you in on that drawing. We're also going to be doing a analog version of it. We're going to be literally writing your name and putting it in a hat. So, definitely going to be there for that. It's going to be a good time. We're going to be doing that on Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's where we're going to start it. All right, guys. All right. We have the market open bell in about a minute. Let's catch up with you guys in the chat real quick. How are you guys feeling? That was the chorus, your guitar. You're talking about music in the chat. Bobbin. Yes. He's got a link there for you. He's, of course, our resident DJ for Crypto Chaos. All right, guys. Let's see what else we got here on the headlines. All right. Oh, yeah, I was going to look up if the stock market's open on Friday. I'm pretty sure it is. I looked this up last week, and it said it was. Question mark. Just answer the question. Nope. They'll be closed on the 25th. Additionally, trading day will only be 1 p.m. It did not. Okay, so, well, with an early close since December 26th is Boxing Day and not a federal holiday, the stock market will resume trading. Yeah. So I was right. That's what we heard last week. They say it's going to be a short week this week. Obviously, they're just probably pointing to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I think Christmas Eve, now that it's a federal holiday officially. Trump announced that like the week before they actually go on to this holiday. Asset manager Janice Henderson gets bought by Tryon General Catalyst, I don't know, for $7.4 billion. Brick trophies, a life-size pink Cadillac, and a team of sponsorship while Lego is going all in on F1. Monday's big analyst calls, NVIDIA, Oracle, Amazon, Starbucks, Microsoft, Walmart. Supplements in your stocking. Really? CBS postpones 60 Minutes report on El Salvador prison. Denmark to summon U.S. ambassador. And it's about time for us to go and, of course, catch the market open. All right, guys. All right. We got about 30 seconds or less. How we feeling? Guys. Oh, jeez. 24 seconds to the market open. Let's go.
The shortened Christmas trading week. If you're looking for volatility, you may find it in lighter trading today. S&P futures up 0.5%. Actually, futures haven't moved much at all. NASDAQ futures up 0.8% as well. You hear the opening bell. If you look at the New York Stock Exchange, we see Michael Rafferty from Direction with his team ringing the opening bell. They have a bunch of leveraged and inverse ETFs that have been very popular. And this reminds me that ETF IQ is on today. It's Monday. It's a show I used to anchor, but Scarlett Fu now is there with Eric Balchunas and Katie Greifeld. Looking forward to what they have coming up today at noon. If you look at the NASDAQ, you've got Byrna, less lethal, ringing the opening bell. They sell essentially guns that don't kill people. They're like hard plastic pellets that are excruciatingly painful, or chemicals like tear gas that incapacitate you for 30 or 45 minutes. They're in a good mood. The stock has not done well at all.
You got way too excited about those explanations, can I just say, Mark?
I spent too much time on the website today, and it's a fascinating, I guess,
pellets, yeah.
Technology is one word for it, but the stock has done poorly. It's down like 40% this year, and no matter what time period, I wasn't cherry picking. It's just been a bad stock for investors.
You weren't pellet picking. All right, that's Byrna. I'm keeping an eye on Janus Henderson for one. Trian and Catalyst, General Catalyst, that is, will buy Janus Henderson for $49 per share. CEO Ali Dibaj will remain in his role. The deal expected to close by mid-2026.
And Paramount Skydance has, in some ways, sweetened its offer for Warner Brothers today. Larry Ellison has agreed to personally guarantee more than $40 billion in equity financing for the proposed $108 billion offer for Warner Brothers. They've agreed to raise their breakup fee to that of Netflix, $5.8 billion, but they haven't increased the bid, really. So it'll be interesting to see if that kicks off. Just one piece of the huge M&A picture on this Monday morning. Let's bring back Morgan Stanley Senior Portfolio Manager Andrew Sliman. Andrew, the analyst spirits are alive and well at the end of 2025. A ton of M&A, a lot of IPOs. Does this continue solidly into 2026?
Well, Matt, what's fascinating is normally the big winners, the animal spirit stocks, they do great in November and into the first half of December, and then they peter out as all the tax loss selling and the losers, it gets washed away and they start to rally. But that's not what's happening this year. The momentum stocks got clocked in November, and you can see now they're coming back, roaring back, and the losers of the year, the defensive stocks that had caught a bid earlier in November, they're fading. So yeah, I think you're getting a return of the more speculative elements late in the year. That's pretty bullish.
Andrew, Micron's earnings, was it enough? I mean, obviously it was enough to turn market sentiment for the moment, but was it enough to change the whole narrative around the AI bubble and how, circular financing might be a problem and so on?
Yeah, I mean, Vonnie, so what's interesting is when companies that have to do with semiconductors or AI, when they report their numbers, they all say the same thing, which is demand's off the chart. So when we focus on fundamentals, I think the stocks do well. It leads to the group doing well. But in between those earnings season, that's when the anxiety about a bubble or too much spending or circular investments, that's when the group trades off. The good news here is the more people worry about a bubble, the less likely a bubble exists because it keeps valuations down. And most of these stocks trade at very reasonable valuations, all the very big stocks. So I think it's a good thing.
Why is that? I was looking at the GICS sector groups on the S&P and sorting them by market cap and by price earnings multiples, and market cap weighting price earnings multiples didn't change the weirdness that I saw, which was that energy and utilities are cheap right now. Even the hyperscalers and IT are like middle of the pack in terms of how expensive they are for next year's estimated earnings. I would think in an AI bubble, those groups would be the most expensive, but they're not.
100%. You nailed it. Look, the S&P forward PE on the tech sector is lower today than it was at the beginning of the year. And so bubbles include excessive valuation. Anyone that says we're in a bubble, I say, well, you must have really thought that last year when the valuation was higher. The answer is that the E has done very, very well. The dangers of looking at PEs is people put too much emphasis on the estimate the denominator, and with energy, it's lower. So it looks cheap, except energy's done poorly because it turned out that energy prices have come down more than people expect.
All right. I'm waiting for them to switch topics and then make a decision on to move on or not.
Dollars, and then you also have the likes of silver at records, platinum above $2,000, copper nearly at $12,000 a ton.
Yeah, I mean, that worries me. But I will tell you this, Vanya, look, I've been doing this a long time. I go around, I speak to clients and investors. In the last 15 years, I would say when I give presentations and then people raise their hand in the audience, the first question I have is, I'm worried about the stock market because of the deficit or the dollar. And if you pulled your money out 15 years ago because of the deficit, it would have been a real problem. My point is, I don't know how to qualify that other than the fact that it's not about the weakness in the dollar, it's a weakness in, fiat currencies. And I think it makes sense to have a portion of your investments in hard currencies that aren't dependent on politicians being fiscally disciplined, which they largely are not. But at the end of the day, I guess the losers are fixed income investors who are, currency denominated.
Yeah, it's the dollar. We've been calling for the demise of the dollar for so long, and regardless of the profligate spending in Washington with no guardrails to speak of, it hasn't fallen more than 10%, really 12% max from the peak. Do you see that drop continuing, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the dollar has been weaker. That helps foreign markets, especially emerging markets. But the key assumption you made there is that other politicians in other countries are going to be more responsible, and therefore their currencies will do better versus the dollar. I question that. So that's the point of why gold, I think one of the reasons it's going up is that all currencies are depreciating. Maybe our dollars come down a little bit more versus others. But I wouldn't make a big bet against the dollar. I don't see it going up with all the liquidity we have coming in next year, and that will bode well for other parts of the world, especially emerging markets.
So, Andrew, what do you say to somebody who's taken some nice profits this year?
Andrew, death of the dollar. Let's go.
Into the new year, where should they put it to work?
Well, I mean, first of all, we had a big downdraft in April, and that created a wonderful opportunity. I know that in the midterm year, you tend to get a downdraft, and people will say it's the end of the cycle or excessive or some point. And I'll be counseling people again to take advantage of that. We will get a correction at some point next year for reasons we don't necessarily know about. But I suspect we'll start the year relatively strong, and it will pull money in, and then we'll get a downdraft, and people will panic and want to sell. And that's just the opposite of what you should do.
All right, Andrew. Hope everybody's listening out there. That is Morgan Stanley's Andrew Slimman.
Can I also add?
Nice.
Merry Christmas, Andrew, and thank you so much for
Merry
all the time
Christmas,
you spent with us
Andrew.
this year.
Merry Christmas. Awesome statements from Andrew from Morgan Stanley, guys. I think, of course, they just had Michael Saylor at their HQ last week. All right, let's spend some time real quick in the chat. I've got a super chat coming in. 200 pennies from the state of San Juan. Yes. How's it going? Thank you, Easy, for this super chat. How are we doing? Platinum is the most bullish long-term metal to hold, says Lauren Surflife. Bobbin says, do you know if you can sell your meme coins if you get taxed? We can actually look that up here in a second. I'll throw a little thing up here. Meme coins tax. Just to remind me, we'll get back to that here in a second after we cover the opening statements from the TradFi news.
He had a really massive pay package, has been okayed in Delaware by a high court there. Meta and Palantir up as well. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Broadcom, Netflix, all to the downside. So this chunk of the Mag 7, grade 8 if you want to include Broadcom, is a weight on the index today. So even though breadth is overwhelmingly to the upside, watch this space because it could drag us down. Here are the GICs. These are the S&P 500 industry groups that we watch. Energy is the biggest gainer on the day. And as I said, it's also one of the cheapest industry groups. Actually, I think the cheapest if you look at forward PEs. And, Vani, this is an interesting point because I was listening to Lori Calvasina earlier on Bloomberg Radio, and she was saying she's just traveled through Europe and she's had client meetings across the U.S. People want cheap right now, and that's definitely what energy is.
Not easy to find it in markets like this, that's for sure, Matt. Coming up, it's
No.
not just stocks climbing. Oil happens to be rebounding today amid
All right.
tensions in Venezuela, Ukraine.
They didn't even mention us at all in the pre-market or after the open. Of course, crypto news. Let's take a look and see what's going on with CNBC, and then I'll take some questions from the chat. All right. Let's see what's going on with CNBC. Again, if you guys want to watch all these new outlets for free, don't, of course, pay for what you get for free. Go to newslive.com and catch, of course, all this for free. I'm not endorsed on sponsor. It's like not paying for every damn little thing on this planet.
Guidance, which was lower. Is this part of the FlexJet issue?
Yeah, and I was going over Jeff Marks. We do own it for the Charitable Trust. It's getting hit on that. It was the FlexJet was a big cash charge. I think that what matters.
Old man Kramer talking about Honeywell. All right, what else we got here? Fox B, anything interesting happening over here in Fox Business? Nah, it does not look like it. They're on break right now. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on, guys, in the chat. And then, we got to get back into crypto news here in about 20 minutes or so. Merry Chrysler! Merry Crashmas! Guys, of course, Merry Crashmas to you. We may not see, too much of a crash before Christmas. Probably the day after we may see some volatility that might send us that way. Or you never know. I'm really surprised that we're able to hold this, leading into, max pain. They're going to send this, they're going to correct this here in about 15 minutes. We'll probably see some sort of move. I just want to hope to see something stay above our bear trend, right? That's the goal. My goal is to flip this bear trend this week. That is the goal. Of course, if you guys just joined the live stream, we called the move from over the weekend. We're still holding the meat of the move right now. Of course, baseline bull playing out today. All right. Let's get back into it. What else we got for you? I want to answer this question from Bobbin earlier. It's a good question because we did disclassify meme coin taxes. Okay, let's just say we did just reclassify meme coins this year. I don't personally hold any meme coins right now, so our meme coins taxes. All right, let's see. How are meme coins taxes handled after the reclassification of meme coins in crypto? United States. Now, and you guys might not be from the United States, though. I don't know. This move happened only, from my knowledge, this only happened in the United States. Crypto meme coins are taxed like any other cryptocurrencies in the United States, meaning that every transaction, including buying, selling, or swapping, can create a taxable event. They are subject to capital gains and ordinary income tax, depending on how they are used and the holding period. Although they're not classified as securities anymore here in the States. They're in its own thing. I think it's collectibles. That's how they're classifying them. But you still have to pay your taxes on everything here in the United States, so nothing really has changed. Just the classification of them. All right. Moving on. Let's get back into the chat. Of course, Bobbin, anytime. Jesus, Merry Chrysler thing. What the hell? Merry Crisis. Merry Crashmas. Oh, jeez, guys. All right, let's take a look and see what Bloomberg's idling on about. I think it might be on break right now. Oh, no. We're talking about Clearwater, analytics cut. Let's go through our metrics this morning. How's the market holding up? And keeping an eye on the clock, as in 15 minutes, we're more likely to see the typical dumper Rooney reset of the market to keep us in line and tame the beast before options expiry. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's start with the stock market fear and greed index sitting in neutral right now, 51. This has not changed at all. This is still been 51 since last week. It's the highest we saw last week, and I think even the Friday, the previous week, we started flipping this neutral, and we just kind of stayed here. We did come down a little bit on the edge of fear for the stock market, but it's pretty much just been sitting at 51 solid and neutral. We got the U.S. dollar, the Dixie, the national debt, and all that stuff to cover as well. 38 trillion, 511 billion. That's right, we printed 11 more billion over the weekend. Who would have thunk, right? Who would have thunk? We can't stop spending money here in the States. All right. Let's get back into crypto fear and greed index. How's that going? Crypto fear and greed this morning is sitting 25 in extreme fear. We're up about 10 points from last week. That's pretty good. I'm okay with it. I'm fine. How are you? How are you?
What are you, stupid?
Yes. Moving on. Yes, and we have, of course, one of my favorite metrics to cover to you guys every single morning. Crypto Bubbles. How's Crypto Bubbles doing? Looking pretty good on the day. Everything is up about 4.5% here on the top 100. Looks like Beat and Fast Token are moving up quick. Moving up fast. 141% on Fast Token. Finally, coming up from its slump here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Looking at that chart, I just don't know, man. What's going on with Fast Token? Beat is up 70% here. Of course, this one rallied pretty hard within the last month or so. It's still holding about 400% gains. This is a new AI rhythm game. It's kind of a weird one. We looked into that a couple weeks ago. All right, MYX sitting at 16% up, and those are the top movers right now on the top 100. Let's take a look at the top 200, and then we'll look into some DC opportunities maybe still persisting on these coins. Humanity token's the most up right now, 25.8%. Not a big fan of that token, but it's of course rallying today. 25.8. Monads up 10%. And those are pretty much the biggest movers we have today. We got some other ones that are just underneath 10%, like Wormhole's up 6%. Everything else is up pretty much an average of, 2 or 3%? 2%. All right. Let's look for some opportunities, guys. Let's get into the weekly here. We're looking for at least 20% here off on these assets. We're looking for a bit tensor. This has been one of my favorite picks here recently. We'll take a look and see if it's still oversold on the monthly. Down still about 15% here on the week. It's not too bad. But we're looking for, of course, something more. Pump.Fund's still going through a lawsuit, so this is probably going to continue to dump into next year, but down 25% on the week and 25% on the month, respectively. We also got Memecore down 20% on Memecore. Aster about 18. Those are your biggest movers here on the week on the top 100. So again, I'm looking a little bit more at BitTensor. I think it has the most utility with the most oversold price action right now on the weekly. Monthly, though, we're looking for 30s and 40s, and we're running out of time. There's hardly anything here. And oh my god, boom from the super chat. Ramona, wow. Gamma got it. It's too early, guys. Coming in with two $2 super chats.
Needing a lot now.
because of a typo or two in the chat. Oh my god, Gamma. I'm just waking up and my apologies. Again, send some love to Gamma. GG, she's awesome. We definitely love her on the channel. See, I can't even type correctly. I need coffee. I'm right there with you. Oh, my second one this morning. Ramona, yeah. Lawrence. It's been a long weekend. Oh, man. If you guys also didn't check the hang out with us in the market open. Wow. On the weekend live streams, of course, we do open mics with Crypto Future. It was a good time over there. Shout out to Ramona, I guess. I got Ramona on the mind. Silver and gold doing numbers. Yes, bag 100% Nebs. Silver and gold breaking out this morning. Silver damn near $70. All the regulars are probably out there leverage playing in the morning, so it's just the boys and girls here hanging out in the chaos. Yes. All right. So we got to get back into here. Thanks again, Gamma, for those super chats. And good morning, chaos. All right. Yeah. So here we're also on the month right now on the top 100. We're looking for assets that are oversold. Aster is the most oversold thing we have right now on the month in the top 100. It's down 39.4%. I'm not a big fan of Aster. I'm not a huge fan of Binance. I don't like supporting that ecosystem because of all the the issues, but they definitely are, of course, a major player. I also do not invest in exchange tokens. But that is the most down to the downside here on the monthly. Aptos is down 30%. It's not a bad pick. I did hold a lot of that in the last bear market. Made a decent bag of it and it came out ahead. Price action, of course, on all these assets are basically down to nothing. 83% off on the year. On Aptos, 30%. on the month. Fast tokens down 40%. I'm not really liking any of these. And on the monthly, I usually, of course, pick 30s, 40s, but ICP is still down 25% on the month. Again, we're running out of opportunities, guys. You need to take this with what you will. Where's BitTensor right here? I don't even see it on the monthly. It's probably breaking even now because it was oversold like hell. We were calling that when it was 50% off on the month. I'm really not feeling any of these, but I guess if I had to throw maybe build a bag right now, right before a run, I'd say maybe Aster or Aptos. 13% off on Ondo's not big enough. Fetch. There's all these other assets I like. They're just not sold off enough. IP Story. It's almost 30%. I know some of you guys like that in here. Maybe I'd throw a little bit of that in there too. IP Store is that IP copyright, play, putting that on the blockchain that you guys get, yada, yada, yada. You guys understand. So that's 29% off here as well. So again, might be a mixed bag here to choose from. I'm not really feeling anything, to be honest, for my bags. But again, not financial advice. All right, top 200 assets doing the same thing as well. Looking at the weekly, we got Starknet down 20%. That's about it. That's about it for the biggest moves to the downside. Stable down 29%. That's of course that gas fee, stable coin thing. Settling gas fees for blockchains, cross chain. That's a weird one. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. Stable down. That might be a decent one to invest into. You just never know what's going to happen in our space. It's also a pretty new coin. Still trying to find its bottom. It may have found it. It may have found it here on the month. All right. Looking here on the week, I guess. Here on the month, we're looking at Soon. This freaking coin down 46%. Starknet down 51% here on the month. We got Aether down 37%. What else do you have here? Is that FF? That's Falcon Finance. What else we got? Pith down 17. Again, I'm not feeling any of these, honestly, 30s, 40s. I'm looking for more utility, more Goldilocks-like scenarios, and there's just really nothing quite here. A lot of AI coins that haven't done anything this year. Again, the trend's been delayed entirely. There's FTT. That thing should have been killed by now, but still around. That's the FTX token. Graph. Graph is down 20%. I hate to settle with some AI coins here. I mean, I do like Graph. I haven't held it in years, in about 2 years, but Wormhole's down 21%. I really wish it was down more. But again, where opportunities are running out, guys, make sure you have some sort of bag set up. Pick the winners before the next run. All right. So yeah, I'm just not feeling it, guys. It's just nothing solid utility oversold here on the month anymore. We've been going sideways for so long. You might want to look at the year because we reset most of these assets on the year. Wormhole's down 86% on the year. Insane. Graph is down 81%. Jato's down 87%. You guys see it, right? I mean, I'm not the only one who's like basically confirming a bear market by looking at the by the freaking bubbles. Everything is sold off. Basically 90% sold off from year to year, and we haven't had a single thing happen this year in the mix of it. So again, not financial advice. I'm not feeling it. Some of my favorite projects are oversold AF. Just kind of waiting for the next run. I guess if you got your own DCA bag right now, just stick to what you know and love. I wouldn't do anything big changes today. This is like one of the first days I can actually say that. It's crazy. And that's a good sign. That's a good sign. It tells me that everything is, of course, starting to consolidate and start to move upward. We won't get that confirmation until next year. All right, guys. So again, not financial advice, just my 2 cents.
I'd buy that for a...
I wish I had more things to talk about on that. There's really no huge opportunities right now in the top 200. All right, let's get back in the chat. How we doing? Bitcoin to 222,000 by the 22nd of February. That's a lot of twos, Bobbin. That's a lot of twos. I'll throw it. I'll say amen to that. I'll throw that on the board. I like those numbers. What is the 22nd too? Let's see. That's a good day. 222,000. The 22nd. That's crazy. Let's see if I can put that in here. I gotta also move my rip. My next rip is probably gonna be on the option expiry. I'm gonna say max volatility. General max volatility is of course gonna be on that. All right. There we go. Okay, and then Bobbin in the chat wanting, of course, to add him to the board. Bobbin, calling for the 22nd. If this wants to let me type, it's like typing upside down and shit. Okay, that's kind of difficult. Oh my god. Let's see, 22nd of February. For $222,000 Bitcoin. That's insane. I love the bullish sentiment we're getting right now in the chat. It's crazy. We're finally going bullish again, guys. Finally going bullish. If you guys in the chat last week were like, oh man, it was crazy. All right, so let's throw that out there on the board. That would be probably on the 4-hour charts. I could probably grab it on the 4-hour chart. 22nd, right about here. Let's go, bobbin. Let's go. Okay, all right. So that would, damn, the fire sale by then will be worth 94, almost 95K. Just keep that in mind too. We just got to keep our head above water as we move throughout the year. All right, let's see what we got. Till the Hunt also calling for the end of the entire run on the 12th. It could still be. It could still be. So I'm keeping him there as well. I've got my next prediction, RIP. Basically, volatility coming on the 26th. All right, what else we got in the chat? Before we move back to TradFi news, and then we got to get in the crypto news here in about 3 minutes. Good morning, Jason in the house. How's it going, Jason? Welcome. Yes.
Win so much.
Oh man, it's nice to see you here, Jason, this morning. Bitcoin has bottoming tails on the weekly. Says Lauren Surflife. Let's take a look at the weekly real quick. There's going to be some, thick candles. I don't know if I can see it with all the other crap I got on the board. I might have to throw another chart up. There's Bitcoin on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I've been calling this for a while. I've been saying since TradFi has been saying the bottom is in. The bottom, of course, from the 12th. Was it this one right here? Yeah, $80,000 Bitcoin. That's when, of course, oh man, all TradFi came out and said it was the bottom, guys. Arthur Hayes, Kathy Wood, Raul Paul, Tom Lee. I mean, do I need to say any more? When smart money is saying the bottom is in, you might want to pay attention to it. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. Getting back in the chat, 222,000. I hope that's so. That's my birthday. Says Crypto JPEG. Shut up. No way. That's your birthday. That's freaking awesome. Oh, that's crazy. Oh man, Crypto JPEG. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Crypto drunk. Yes, 100%. I'm going to put that on there too. Crypto JPEG's birthday. That's freaking awesome. Happy birthday, man. That'd be the best birthday present ever. Oh my god. Yes. All right. Let's get back. We got to get back to the thick of it, guys. We've been hanging out here too long. We can't ignore, the Doomberg for too long.
And the AI bot, the AI bot tells me that the
Just call me.
bond vigilantes are back. But I'm looking at a 10-year treasury right now, still 416. You know, I'm looking at 2s, 10s, still 66 basis points. I mean, it doesn't really feel like, I say this because you bring up, you know, the
Fed worries,
the Fed concerns and guardrails and debasement and gold. Like, it doesn't feel like the market cares at all about Fed independence.
Yeah, like we're steeper. I
love those statements. Certainly not. All right. We got to get in the crypto news, guys. We're behind on crypto news. So let's jump on over there and take a look and see what's going on. I can't delay that any further. It's 10 o'clock. We get that out of the oven at 10 o'clock every single day. All right, Sailor, green dots deliver again as a strategy, a boost USD reserves to 2.19 billion. Of course, if you guys didn't catch that over on X, of course, I shared it. So if you want to, of course, continue the chaos, guys, we have the Discord and, of course, the Twitter account. You can, of course, follow here on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube. Trying to get to 1,100. Guys, we're like 5 away. 5 subs away. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. A few things here. Strategy has increased its USD reserves by 748 million and now holds $2.19 billion and 671,268 Bitcoin, which I think they just added maybe like a little bit of Bitcoin. I don't think there's, I mean, obviously they broke 671,000 last week. So they might have added like 100 or two. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they added too much Bitcoin, but they did, of course, purchase, roll some of that into cash to ease the fears that people have of strategy going insolvent in 2026. All right. So that's what's going on with strategy. We also had Kathy Wood come out here I think this happened over the weekend. Might have been Friday. Kathy Wood says that 2026 could be a Goldilocks year. Kathy Wood says the market may be underestimating how different next year could look. Our view is that the markets already absorbed two major shocks this year: tariff turmoil, a government shutdown, and persistent hawkish Fed. And let's just play the clip. It's about a minute long.
So we think next year could be somewhat of a Goldilocks year. And I think the market is beginning to understand that because it has weathered two very difficult storms this year: tariff turmoil and the government shutdown, as well as all of the hawkish rhetoric from the Fed after Miran entered, a Trump appointee, and really, I think, forced others to lean in the other direction. So lots of hope for 2026, some of which has been discounted by the market. But if we're right, growth will be much stronger, and importantly, inflation will be much, much lower than it has been with tariffs. And we think at some point it could drop to zero or below zero if we're right on oil continuing to fall and rents falling.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, no! Damn it! No! I was muted, guys. Ah, damn it!
What are you, stupid?
I had to give Kathy Wood the floor, and I muted myself. Damn it! I could not, of course, talk over Kathy Wood. She's my Bitcoin Mary, Bitcoin Mother Mary, like a seller, baby Jesus, whatever. I'm so stupid, guys. Oh my god, that's funny. That's funny. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. We're about 5 away from 11 hundo here on the channel. All right. So yeah, I just went through that entire thing. Oh my god. So I went through market cap, guys. Total market cap. I'm just going to give you a quick little refresher. Nothing's really changed in the top 10, or top 20, other than XRP still slumping. It's about $7 billion off from last week's. So $1.93 in price action. Of course, the market cap is down $7 billion. Quick little update. Also, what I mentioned here, if I can remember, Sweet still holding up the top 20. Of course, nothing really moved here other than Monero flipping Hyperliquid. That was interesting. We did see that happen last night. Everything else is pretty much the same. So yeah. I'm gonna stick with that. Stick with that. All right, guys, let's get back into TradFi. Make sure we're not missing anything over here. Here on TradFi. Who are they gonna have here this morning? I'm not feeling any of this. Brian Jacobson from Annex. Randall Williams from Bloomberg. Most of the Bloomberg analysts. I want to see someone different. All right, so yeah, we're gonna probably ignore Bloomberg for the rest of the day. CNBC, what do we got? You're talking about U.S. Treasuries.
The pullback, nice pullback we had in early April this year. We'd love to see another pullback, but it certainly really hasn't happened. And so the rotation thing, the way we've been playing that is we had been overweight infotech. We had been overweight communication services. Back in August, we went to a neutral.
All right. Yeah. Let's take a look at the Dixie while we're on that topic, though. Let's see. How's the Dixie doing? 98.27, coming down on the day, which is, of course, good. Not sold off enough, in my opinion, but we're about ready to flip that to the downside. Tons of money printing, of course, coming this next year. We already started that ball on the right, I guess the right foot for us, the wrong foot for the government. $60 billion, of course, printed last Friday. And yeah, we're going to continue that over gross spending until the foreseeable future. We have no date. Some economists are calling for like 6 months to a year that we're going to keep money printing, the money printing going with tons and tons and tons. I think it was like $400 billion that Kathy Wood's predicting to be printed at minimum at the first quarter, by the end of the first quarter of next year. So again. That's why they're placing their bets, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get back into crypto news. Let's take a look at Cointelegraph. What do we got there? Metaplanet clears issuance of dividend-paying shares for overseas institutions, of course, allowing other markets to play at Metaplanet. But they're not. Again, the big takeaway was they're not going to be issuing shares for that. $90,000 Bitcoin versus record gold price. 5 things to know about Bitcoin this week. It's a quick little opinion piece here by William Slubberg. We can take a look at this. There's a lot of hopium articles, guys, right now, so be wary. You might want to, of course, look on the other side as well. Bitcoin price targets become increasingly divergent as frustration builds over the lack of a breakout. Yeah, we're definitely very divided right now. And if you guys are just joining in, we're basically caught in possibly the largest liquidity event ever for Bitcoin. It's going to happen, of course, with options expiring on Friday. It's going to be a crucial moment for Bitcoin's price, as if we do see the likes of 96K, that's it. All we need is a $6,000 move, right? We could see max pain for the bears, keeping us held down with their shorts. And I think on the low end for the longs, max pain is like, I think 82 or 84. I forget where it's exactly at right now. It might be on the flat line of bottom, 80K. That's why I keep saying final bottom, 80K, final bottom. So we're still roughly stuck between that key area, right? Yeah, it's either the Bears win or the Bulls win on Friday. And I'm definitely on the side of the Bulls. Obviously, I'm a perma bull, but anything's possible. Anything goes. And I think regardless of what happens, the final shakeout could be occurring. I've been, of course, alluding to this theory back in September. I came up with the idea that since it wasn't playing our way back in March, that this cycle is going to be different, that we're going to sell everything off, freak everyone out, thinking that the entire run is over, that the 4-year cycle has completed, and the institutions will run in and, of course, buy all the coins on the cheap and send us into a new cycle next year. Yeah, and it's still looking like it's going to play out. Still, may not, but it's very likely. I think we're going to see something like we're closer to probably 50% on the Santa rally now, maybe even higher. Let's see where we're at. Where was my my estimation right now? 40% chance. I'm going to move up to 45 today. These are, of course, our narratives we have. There's nothing left in the end of the year except for our giveaway. That's right, guys. Don't forget the 26th, the same day Bitcoin's going to have this crazy price action. We're going to be doing our giveaway 8 p.m. Eastern on that day. That's, of course, going to be a silver charm provided by Cody Bakula, of course, our resident jeweler, on, of course, the 26th. Don't forget, guys, you have to be there, and you have to, of course, enter with any denomination of a super chat on that day. We'll, of course, throw you into a hat and see who wins. We're going to give a poll. So, yeah, don't forget to hang out with us on the 26th. All right, moving on. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and join the Discord, guys. All the links, of course, in the description below. All right. So you have the Japan carry trade. As of today, that has begun. What is it? 0.75 adjusted interest on the yen. On the yen interest rates are now in effect. So as of today, they are in full effect. And of course, don't forget the stimulus they announced that's still being rolled out. $118 billion in stimulus for the country. And nothing else is happening until next year. Nothing happening until next year. We have another shutdown coming on the 1st. That's still possibly a catalyst. Last time we had a shutdown, again, spoilers if you guys weren't here, we had a rally in crypto. Will Trump's tariffs rule unlawful? The Supreme Court's going to decide that also in January. Market structure bill likely to pass in January. TikTok deal also coming out, set to close on the 22nd as well of January. Sorry, JPEG, not February. We have the rate cut decision on the 28th, of January. Right now we're looking at a 25%. I'm telling you guys, as the weeks get closer, we're probably going to be about a 97% chance of it happening on the week of. And I've been saying this, I said it last time too, and that's exactly what happened. What else we got? Average American will receive 3,500, 3,000 whatever tax returns in 2026. It's going to, of course, be the largest tax cuts we had, I think, in U.S. history. Not adjusted for inflation, though, right? Not adjusted for inflation. 2,000 checks are coming in 2026. APR, and obviously we have in April. I'm assuming it's going to be in April, or by April. I'll just say that. If not issued by the IRS, that's my idea there. That's going to be $324 billion printed just for that event. You also have those 1776 checks in the mail now, which are going to be roughly about $2 billion. According to Donald Trump, they are in the mail now. I don't know if that's true. Class action lawsuits still going to be in probably full swing next year, but per pump.fun. Damn, that's a lot of catalysts. A lot of big narratives that we have, of course, waiting to play out into next year. Well, I can't wait to see what comes next. All right, well, Bitcoin's sitting at 89.7, 89.8, still roughly around the 90K level. I'm surprised. We have not dumped this yet. Usually we dump Bitcoin by 10 o'clock. At least I wouldn't say dump it. We adjust it to what, of course, is needed by the market to facilitate this range that we're stuck right between 80,000 and 85. Now we already broke out at 85. Now it's 90. 96 is max pain for, of course, the expiry. But we were really hard stuck between 82 and 85 for such a long time, guys. And anyone, of course, who's been in the market as long as I have or longer knows that we only need 2 weeks. We just need 2 weeks sideways chop to find a bottom. And we've had more than that. A lot more than that. How many days are we up to now? We are now up to 28 days, guys. 28 days. I might be actually off on this. Where am I at? On the 12th, 20. Yeah. I'm actually a few days off. Where am I at? Here. Monday. There we are. We're actually on the 31 days since we hit the bottom on Bitcoin, allegedly. Keep that in mind, too. All right. Let's get back into the chat. How you guys feeling? Yes, need more Otaku subs. Yes. 20 minutes later, Otaku talking to himself. Yes, when the mic was off. Yes, I apologize, guys. Need more coffee. Always. That's not even a question. Cheers. Cheers. 5 more subs, and yes, 1,100. We're gonna hand out wrenches, man. I'm gonna rip it out and just say yes, more wrenches. I actually started giving out a couple wrenches this morning for those who got those. You know who. Otaku is a brand new streamer, still muting himself. That's right, Scrub. 100%.
You're gonna win so much.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I'm still a baby, actually. I'm only got 1,100 subs almost, right? I'm still a baby. All right. Let's get going, guys. Let's get back into it. Back to TradFi. Let's see what they're talking about. I said no more, but they're talking about Moran right now. So shit.
Presumably they'll be more dovish than Jay Powell has been, but at the same time, again,
Talk
that person is only one of the 12 members who actually votes on the policy decisions.
Well, if Stephen Myron's going to be replaced, do we need to pay attention to what he says? We already know what side of the dovish or hawkish camp he lands on.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's just, the most dovish person on the committee, and you usually get those extremes, right? You get 1 or 2 really dovish or relatively hawkish members, but it's that middle ground that you have to look at. So that's why someone like a Williams, for example, is important to listen to, because, he's voted, he hasn't yet dissented one way or the other, but, if he's saying that, hey, we're not going to necessarily cut in January, you have to take that seriously.
Ira, do we know what Jerome Powell's going to do once he steps down from the chairmanship?
As far as I know, he hasn't said what he's going to do. A lot of former Fed chairs either take a role at one of the think tanks in Washington or go into academia. Those are 2 of the typical paths. I wouldn't be surprised if Jerome Powell maybe even just retired and wound up being on a lecture circuit or something like that instead of having a day-to-day type of job.
Yeah, commanding 6-figure paying fees, right?
Yeah, exactly. A couple board seats, a couple speaking things. That's the way to go. I mean, who needs it? Ira, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Ira Jersey, Chief U.S. Interest Rate Strategist for Bloomberg Intelligence, joining us there. Again, looking at the M&A trade today that just kind of got my attention. Tryon buying Janus Henderson. Tryon advised by Jefferies Group, and Janus Henderson advised by Centerview Partners.
All right. I made some more coffee, guys.
Again, the bankers. I think it's going to, when all said and done, I think it's going to be
But yeah. I'm excited for next year. I really don't want Kevin Hassett, but if that's what we got to get in order to print us into oblivion and get us off the dollar standard, sure, why not? Why not?
What are you, stupid?
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh my God. Jerome Powell is going to inspect the gas shower at the Guantanamo Bay. What the hell? Oh God. No, I don't know if you guys could hear me. I was yelling from the kitchen, but I was saying that Jerome Powell's going to be playing at local bars. He likes to play guitar, and for those who know Jerome Powell. All right, moving on. Grandpa Powell. Oh, geez. What do we got here? Target, talking about Target. Let's get back into crypto news. I think we're done with TradFi this morning. And U.S. targeting 3rd Venezuelan oil tanker. Yep, another one was seized over the weekend. All right, moving on. Let's take a look and see how we are doing with Daily Hodl. Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill set for congressional markup next month. Yes, we know. It was pushed back a whole month. Anything else that's new? Anything? Probably not. They're all on break right now. Congress will soon tackle legislation designed to create a clear regulatory framework for digital assets, according to the White House. AI and crypto czar David Sachs, the Clarity Act will take center stage next month. We had a great call today with Chairman Senator Tim Scott and John Boozman, who confirmed that the markup clarity is coming in January. Are they really going to take that to center stage next month? What about the government shutdown? Avoiding a government shutdown on the 1st. I think that's going to probably be taking priority center stage next month, right? Yeah. All right. I had a great call with Chairman Tim Scott. Thanks to their leadership, as well as Representative French Hill and Glenn Thompson in the House. We are closer than ever to passing the landmark crypto market structure bill legislation that President Trump has called for. We're looking to, of course, to finish the job in January. And I don't think this is new at all. I think we covered this many, many times last week, as that was their final statement. All right. What else we have? Billionaire Ray Dalio says Bitcoin has problems, calls for crypto asset inferior to gold. Damn! Why so bearish, Ray? Oh, obviously. He's been calling for the demise of the dollar forever. He's actually been pretty pro Bitcoin here as of the last few years. But for him to say something like this kind of concerns me. Let's see. Billionaire investing icon Ray Dalio, Bitcoin has problems. In a new interview with Zehandra Zerodha, a co-founder of Nikhil Kamath, Dalio says that he owns a little Bitcoin, but he believes it's inferior to gold and unappealing to central banks. For the most part, we did start to see central banks adopting Bitcoin, or at least attempting to figure it out here this year. I think that's going to change probably in the next few years for a lot of these central banks, maybe not all of them. Gold, they're definitely stockpiling gold. He's definitely correct on that. Bitcoin is limited supply. It's perceived as money. It's a storehold of wealth, and it's likely to be significantly held by central banks and many others because of the number one problem it has. Czech National Bank becomes the first central bank to buy Bitcoin last month as part of the $1 million test portfolio. That's what I was pertaining to. But the portfolio is separate from the bank's official reserves. Dalio cites that Bitcoin's public transactional ledger, which is synonymously tracks users' wallet addresses and transactions, is the key issue. So he's citing privacy. That's what I figured. Transactions could all be followed in Bitcoin, and one can monitor what the transactions are. Governments can monitor what the transactions are, and the governments can interfere with those transactions. You just can't double spend, double print with Bitcoin. That's, of course, and we also know that it exists, unlike gold. I think he's just a little too old to see some of the more positives, net positives. Just like we can talked about earlier, when we talked about gold is the only asset where you can have that they can't mess with and control. You got it. That's not true with Bitcoin. I just don't see it. I'm not seeing what you're getting at, Ray. I don't. I love you, man, but I just don't. Bitcoin proponents argue that the Bitcoin is the strongest bearer asset, enabling users to access and transfer their wealth anywhere on Earth, remembering only 12-word security phrase. Governments have found indirect ways to intervene, compelling crypto companies and implement the KYC, AML rules, freeze accounts, and block transactions linked to sanctioned entities. Ray Dalio says he's also concerned about the security of Bitcoin's network. Are you really? Really? Is it just because of quantum computing? I feel like he's just, reading the headlines and just making some statements on the fly when being interviewed now. And then there are other issues with Bitcoin, like when we never talk about the possibility when someone makes synthetic gold like they would be in diamonds that are at risk. He's talking about synthetic Bitcoin. Are you kidding me? All right. Ray! What happened, Ray?
What are you, stupid?
God, who's in your ear right now? Because this makes no sense. You can't make any synthetic Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. All right. Well, in terms of Bitcoin being cracked, broken, and all those sorts of things in control, it has some of those issues. And so that's how I look at Bitcoin. I'm bearish on fiat currencies. So when we look at the world, I'm just trying to say, what do I hold? So I hold a little Bitcoin. I have a little bit of Bitcoin, but for me, it's not as attractive as gold. Bitcoin has maintained uptime at 98% of most of its, of course, 16 years of inception since 2009, with 100% reliability since 2013 and no successful hacks of the protocol. It is often criticized as being extensive energy and takes a lot to secure the network and mine new Bitcoin, as well as potential quantum risks and the asset's extreme price volatility. Gold has been used as an extremely reliable source of value, hedge against inflation for over 6,000 years, and has zero quantum concerns. Gold mining has long faced environmental criticism of its own, with the precious metal critiqued over profitability, portability, theft, and counterfeiting risks. Yes, for those who are not aware, this is all the gold I brought with me on the plane. This is all I can legally bring. I actually don't think I can legally bring this anymore, based on the evaluations of this amount of gold. Now, since the last time I traveled. Last time I traveled, I think this was worth like 10 or 12 grand. I think now it's probably 30 or 40. I don't know. But anyway, there's lots of problems, of course, with gold and traveling with it. So if you want to leave the country, and that's only if you want to leave the country, not if you want to go state to state. I don't think there's an issue with that here in the States. But there's a lot of course, countries that want to, of course, limit the exodus of gold from their control. There's so many other issues wrong with gold. Obviously, you have to hold a significant amount if you are you want millions or billions in the rare earth, right? The U.S. government has confiscated both gold and Bitcoin in the past, such as through Executive Order 6102 in 1933 for gold seizures of both gold and Bitcoin for criminal operations, including the $15 billion Bitcoin haul in 2025, underscoring that there's no asset is entirely immune to government intervention, except if you have, of course, in a cold storage wallet. There's no way they can take it those 12 words from you, right? There's no way they can do it. All right. But of course they can still issue another 6102, maybe do some sort of mandatory trade-in on gold, some sort of seizure. They could do that again. They did it before. Why not again? All right, moving on. So Ray Dalio getting a little bit bearish here on Bitcoin for some reason I am not aware of, and all the issues he cited I really don't see as a problem for Bitcoin. Bank insider drains 140,000 from U.S. government using illegally obtained customer information. More scams, more hacks. Billionaire Arthur Hayes abruptly moves $3.5 million in Ethereum, pours $257,000 into Ethereum-based altcoin. Which one is that? Which one is that? Athena. Let's see. Meanwhile, Hayes, no, he's just readjusting his portfolio to approximately $1.5 million of Ethereum was sent to institutional crypto asset Galaxy, suggesting Hayes may be looking to sell. Meanwhile, Hayes has used a portion of his $2 million in Ethereum as not sent to Galaxy to purchase 1.2 million of Athena tokens worth about $257,000 at the time. Amid the shuffle, Hayes noted that he's executing a rotation of ETH on X. We are rotating out of ETH into high-quality DeFi names, and we believe our outperform the fiat liquidity as fiat liquidity improves. Athena's governance token for Athena Protocol, decentralized finance platform built on the Ethereum network, and a crypto-native synthetic dollar called USDE. Yeah, so he's just going back into basically stables. All right, moving on. $1 trillion bank warns BRICS nations are quietly exiting U.S. Treasury market as China, India, and Brazil sell $28.8 billion of exposure in just 1 month. I feel like we covered one. I think we covered this one on Friday. I think we did. It says the 20th. I think that was Saturday. Banking giant ING just issued a major warning on BRICS and the future of the U.S. Treasury market. The bank says the economic alliance is quietly leaving the market, and as the nations holding the U.S. Treasuries continue to move lower. This is some of the largest sell-offs we've seen all year. From the BRICS nations, of course, China, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and other states are main countries. In October, there were these were China's 11.8 billion, India's 12 billion, and Brazil's 5 billion across the foreign official sector. Foreign officials holding of treasury bonds notes were 22 billion, though partially offset by 14 billion increase in T-bill holdings. Their goal, guys, they announced this year was to get 99% off the use case or the use of the dollar exchanged for goods and services in those BRICS nations. Even Donald Trump is shaking in his boots about it. He's actually made formal statements about how he feels that the BRICS nations should all be tariffed even more. That of course BRICS nations should be broken up and yada yada. This is not conspiracy anymore, right? I know a lot of us come from that sort of background here in crypto, and you know what I'm talking about. If of course you know that of course Bitcoin and the BRICS nations were all created on the same year to stop, of course, the threat of our losing all of our wealth, or having to rely on this world currency we know as the dollar. This year has shown that the private sector is more willing to buy treasuries, and the call for a weaker dollar in 2026 is based off foreign investors increasing their hedge ratios of U.S. assets rather than selling them outright. As for the strength of the dollar, ING says it's proving surprisingly resilient after newly released CPI data surprised analysts with lower than expected price on year-over-year inflation. It may be that the numbers seem too good to be true, which prevent a bigger reaction in the FX and interest rate markets. In fact, the 2-year U.S. Treasury yields ended yesterday's session unchanged on the day. However, the data leaves the idea of the Fed rate cuts in 2026 intact, with the market now anticipating one 25 basis point by April and another by September. Interesting. I haven't heard that statement yet. So it's interesting to see that they're looking at least 50 basis points cut by September. That's, of course, getting to the second half of next year. All right. Pushing, I guess, into the second half of next year. What else we got? Anything else here? 181,000 Americans warned of a major cybersecurity breach. More, of course, crashes and breaches and scams and whatever. All right, let's get back into the markets. What's going on with Bitcoin in the charts? 89,500. Still holding on Bitcoin. Still in a very, very crucial time right now. We held really strong at the open. Usually you see a market correction at 10 p.m. It looks like all they wanted to give us, or all they wanted to take us away, depending on how you look at it, as about $1,000, about $1,000 down from the high we saw at the open. And again, it's been very, very predictable here lately. Obviously, they've been doing these 5% corrections here on the opens almost every single day, as you guys have seen. We've watched it, we've tracked it for the last few weeks. And yeah, it looks like we may still see a correction. I just want to see again. I'm not asking for the world here. I'm not asking for the moon or anything like that. I just want to see us hold support at the bear trend and flippeth this week. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Just flippeth of the bear trend into a bull trend, and we got to get back above the fire sale, guys. We're still below the fire sale. I believe this is the fire sale right here. No, is it? There's no way. No, I got to go farther out for the fire sale, unless I deleted it again. I might have deleted it again. Damn it. We're so below it though. The fire sale was originally it was 90K a few weeks ago. Now it's probably like 91, something like that. 92, 93. It's probably where we're at on the fire sale. Let's take a look. Where are we at? I usually don't go into the rainbow chart in the morning live streams, but screw it, we're here. Fire sale right now sitting at $97,000. What? I'm way off on that. It's creeped up quick. And as of course we go throughout the year against Bitcoin's price action at these lows, the fire sale is of course going to be higher and higher and higher going into next year. This is of course the best times to be buying Bitcoin on these lows. Against, of course, historical data, right? And even though, I mean, it's just a log chart. Even the power law model is probably flashing that right now too. Let's take a look. Been a while since we looked at the power law on Bitcoin. There's power laws for everything, guys. Oh my god. I still subscribe to Michael Saylor's statements on all these models.
Bitcoin's powered by chaos. When
Yes!
Godzilla walks onto the playground, all your models, they're all going to be destroyed.
That's right. We're still waiting for that to happen. Of course, Godzilla hasn't come out yet. All right, so here's the Powerlaw model right here, basically showing us we're in some of the lowest periods of time in Bitcoin's ever kept these levels. Damn, for this long, we have not seen any indication of a bull run yet, as the entire year or two has gone by. So yeah, that's where we're at on Bitcoin right now. Power law right now, even pushing us down to previous all-time high around 69K. This one says 68, 67,000, something like that on the power law. To of course be the most oversold level we probably ever seen during a bull-like market. Again, this is like bear market type stuff, right? Oh my god! All right. I always compare this one to, Bitcoin's price action during 2017. I'm just going into a rant now. If you look back to Bitcoin's price action from 2015 to 2017, before the breakout on that cycle, I did not participate in this. I was only here in 2020. But if we go back and look at the chart, it looks like we're just in an extended, slumpy, dumpy bear market. We haven't seen anything. We haven't even come close to accumulation zones, still cheap territory, hodl territory, bubble, all this, of course, crazy levels we usually typically see with Bitcoin in these ranges of like 200,000 projected, of course, to more than likely happen in a real bull-like scenario. All right. I'm done ranting. Ghost Operations says China found the largest gold strike in China's sea. In America, all they find is flakes and specks of gold. Yeah, that's right, Ghost. That's right. And like 2 or 3 times this year, they literally struck gold. I think they had 100 tons of gold reported on like one of the last 2 deposits, right? So China finds largest deposit gold, and obviously it's going to take them years to set up the set up all the excavation equipment, all the stuff they need to get this out. Usually takes about 2-3 years to start mining that stuff. Okay, here's the undersea one you're talking about here. This one's a brand new one. This says as of today. Damn! Even more! That's crazy! China has found undersea gold deposit. It claims to be the largest in Asia following the recent discoveries of the sources in the precious metals this year. Discovery located off the coast of Lazao, or is it Lao? Lazao? I don't know. In Yantai, Shandong. Providence, and has increased Langtao's verified gold reserves to more than 3,900 tons. Damn! Roughly 137.5 million ounces. Ounces! Holy hell. Accounting for roughly 26% of China's total, according to the South China Morning Post. Officials did not disclose the size of the newly discovered undersea deposit. That's insane. Yeah. We are going to be a third world country, if not already are, here in the States. All right. Moving on, guys. All right, let's get back into TradFi real quick, see if they're talking about anything. It's going to be a long stream today. Jeez, I can't get through all the metrics and things. All right. Let's see what we got. Bloomberg's on break. CNBC's most likely going to be on break. No. They're talking about gold there. Speaking of which... Oh, no, yeah, they're on break.
China by mid-February. We'll get more details on that story coming up. Been a pretty busy IPO year with 201.
All right, yeah, they just mentioned that gold deposit we just covered. All right, let's get back into the news, guys. How you guys feeling in the chat? Let's do some doom scrolling. It's about that time. Merry Crashmas, Jake. Merry Crashmas, Bobbin. Merry Crashmas to all. And to all. A good Crashmas. I can't. Merry Chrysler. Merry Christmas. Merry Crisis. I can't. And the corn scent grow no more. What the hell, scrub? Ender Game says Merry Crashmas Otaku. Yeah, thank you, Ender. Thank you. Pell, is that brush shine on one string? Chicken and corn? Chicken and corn? He's singing a song about chicken and corn. Oh my god. Quantum computing scary, but I pin for accessing legacy TradFi, no problem. Yeah, so my idea around the quantum computing scare is what we might actually start to see that unwind, or actually start happening. It may have already started to happen. So we did see... I know it's a conspiracy theory, but we did start to see some of these OG wallets start selling this year, allegedly, right? Allegedly OG wallets. And my idea around that was maybe they're starting to test some of this quantum computing hacks. And the only reason why the OGs are selling and not some of these other ones being manipulated is because we have these older methods of secured wallets back in the day that we just don't have that anymore. It's so easy to crack, right? So right now, of course, we're using 256 bit encryption, right? And that's where we are today. We can't break that with quantum right now. Allegedly, we can't break that with quantum right now. So I think over time we're gonna run into that, but until then, we might start to see more OG wallets sell. And there's a little bit of a conspiracy around that. Maybe it's happening behind the scenes. We just don't know. But I think as of things get a little bit more, real, right? We're going to be updating the blockchain network, and we're all of course, all of our secure devices and everything else are going to be up to date. I'm not doubting that at all. I already know that the development team's already on that one with Bitcoin. All right, getting back in the chat here. Merry Christmas, Jake. Yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. Bobbin, to China. Oh my God, Bobbin. Shoo your little heart out, says Jake the Snake. Yes, that's right. Jake the Snake is here to remind me to chill harder. That's right, guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe as demanded by the King of Ohio, Jake the Snake, to his citizens. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys. That's all I ask.
King of Ohio, Jake the Snake, the keeper of wrenches, the painter of lead pipes, the igniter of dumpster fires.
Yes, of course, the king is also behind the Wrenchonomics here on the channel, guys. We're handing out wrenches. Can I get the king's approval to start handing out wrenches at 1,100 subs, guys? Guys, we're like 3 away from hitting 1,100 here on the channel. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and jump on over to X. And we're over, of course, bringing off for the chaos over on X as well. All right, let's dive into do some more doom scrolling on X, guys. Let's see what's on my feed. Unfiltered, unvetted. feed. Let's see how we're doing with the news today. Just in, Ghana passes a law to legalize Bitcoin and crypto. Wow. As of 3 hours ago, another country going, of course, orange. Stop reading venture capital slop from the Nick. From Nick Samson Mao. I don't know what's going on with his account lately. He just keeps spouting off little things there and there. Of course, my otaku brother from another mother. Yeah, Bitcoin recaptures 90,000 at the start of the week. Yes, we lived it. We are here. Right now, currently sitting at 89.2. Maybe about ready to start to give up some of these gates. Simon Garovich, yeah, shout out to Metaplanet. Good evening, Metaplanet, and thank you for watching our shareholders meeting. All agenda items are approved and passed. Thank you very much. And of course, he's going to be offering his product overseas now. Right. We got Nathan Jeffy. OpenAI in talks with to raise $100 billion at the valuation as high as $830 billion as AI infrastructure costs competition intensify for OpenAI. Fun fact, if you bought Bitcoin with your $1,400 stimulus check in 2020, you'd now have over $16,000. $16,000. Guess what, guys? I did that. I got it. Oh, geez. That's about the time I got in. Yeah, you'd now have over, there's no second best, of course, with Bitcoin. Eyes on the week. U.S. economic data could move markets. Yeah, Crypto is Ross is pointing this out. I'm George. You're George. We're all George over here, I guess, on YouTube. Monday, October, PC inflation data. Tuesday, U.S. quarter 3, 2025 GDP, consumer confidence data, home sales. Wednesday is durable goods orders. It's going to be a fun week this week, guys. Durable goods orders on Thursday. Wednesday. Thursday, used markets are closed, of course, observing Christmas. And Friday, guys, the largest expiry event on Bitcoin, of course, will play out. And yeah, I still think that we're going to have a crazy rally if, that goes in our favor. Elon Musk says U.S. governments make money out of thin air. Obviously, this is an old clip. Not sure why it's being shown now. Of course, he's probably keeping everyone in the know and up to date. America's first nuclear-powered Bitcoin computer mine is operated by TeraWulf and is plugged into a 2.5 gigawatt Susquehanna power plant in Pennsylvania. What? Oh, that is crazy. That is nuts. What? Wow, that's nuts. That's nuts. Just in, Hong Kong plans to allow issuers to hold Bitcoin and crypto on the balance sheets. Damn, Hong Kong. Again, they've been killing it here within the last 2 years. They were also the first ones to offer spot Bitcoin ETFs as well. Spot, remember Spot. That's like for like Bitcoin and not silly fiat for Bitcoin and then fiat out. Jake Snake coming in with a 200 penny super chat. Otaku, would you like to shill the show to Brandon? To Brandon? Crypto Brandon? I don't know who that is. I don't think I've watched that person before. But sure, why not, Jake? The more the merrier. Joining in on the chaos. I like chaos, says Brandon. Oh, damn. Please don't say XRP. Don't say XRP. Oh, my God. Okay, let's take a look at the XRP real quick. XRP is currently down about $8 billion from its high of last week. Still underneath $2 in price action. So XRP. Did I mention XRP? Oh, my God. All right. And of course, just some more XRP. How about we talk about a little bit more XRP real quick? Just one more little shout out to XRP. Guys, Bitcoin against XRP in the normie search history. It's dwindling. And XRP, of course, used to be right up there, right below Bitcoin in terms of relevance on Google. Of course, falling as we move into 2026. And just how much have we fallen in terms of relevance? A lot. Look at that downward spiral. Ever since the ETFs and everything else, the court case, all that things, of course, creating these spikes I'm showing here on the normie search history. But you could say that we're just dwindling down. Normies, of course, are just going into holiday season and probably not paying too much attention to their... As they should be, right? They should be, as we're about ready to see some crazy shit towards the end of the year in crypto. All right, moving on. I had to. Of course, hazing Brandon a little bit, joining in on the chat. How's it going, Brandon? Hope you're having a great Crashmas as well. Simon's Cat Crypto only, says Bobbin. Oh no, we focus on the crypto space as a whole, Brandon. Yes, 100% as a whole. We don't pick too many favorites here, although you can't ignore the big one in the room. Has stood the test of time, of course, and created this asset class as we know it, Bitcoin. All right. And dabble in the precious metals and macro. Otaku is especially known for understanding the foreign market sentiment. 100%. Thank you, Jake. Man, I'm taken away by that endorsement. Jake, holy hell. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go. Wow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I've been, it's mostly, I cover the overall psychology of the markets more than anything, overall sentiment, and of course, we pretty much all follow the psychology of the markets. Bitcoin still isn't, crypto in particular, still isn't as manipulated as traditional TradFi. Stock markets are more robotic in terms of movements, but we are starting to see more and more of that now that they're playing this year. Okay. Is that XRP like what Cincinnati? What? XRP radio? Oh my God, really? That's a radio station too? Wow, Cliff. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Bunch of Merry Christmas test dummies. Ghost operations. Yes. All right, let's get back into more doom scrolling. Breaking Genghis Khan to start Bitcoin reserve. They're just trolling now. If you guys haven't been keeping up with this, Samson Mao has been, I guess, mistaken for CZ last week or last 2 weeks, and not only CZ but also Tom Lee as well. They've been using his picture and citing, of course, those two economists and not. It's not Samson Mao, man. The other Asian in the room. It's not enough for me to buy Bitcoin. Others must not have any. And of course, now you're just trolling with the whole Genghis Khan start Bitcoin reserve. Sounds like the Asian Michael Saylor. Samson Mao, of course, replying to this in hilarious fashion. All right. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF took more money than gold this year, even with the Bitcoin down year on the year to date. I talked about this last week. This was really, really funny. I laughed my ass off as soon as I saw this because Bitcoin has been the most appreciative ETF ever. In the short term, it is the most outperforming ETF ever in existence, and it still is down on the year and outperforming gold's ETF to date, which is insane. All right, okay. If you think ETH is dead, you're insane. ETH is a granddaddy of alts. Wake up! Coming from Yeti Alpha over on X. Chairman Michael Saylor believes the company will acquire between 5 to 7.5% of all the Bitcoin that will ever exist, and they currently hold 3.2% of all Bitcoin. That's right. So they're trying to get to at least, I think 7.5% would be like 10 million. I think 7.5. No, what am I talking about? I don't even remember what I'm talking about anymore. I got 10 million. No. I forget these stupid numbers. They're talking about Bitcoin being worth $10 million by the time they acquire 7.5% of the entire supply. That's that number I'm looking for in my head. Yes. All right. Lawrence Reed was arrested 72 times. I don't know what the hell this is. This has nothing to do with anything Elon. Damn you, Elon, showing up on my feed today. Looking for the next 100x. A whale here on everything. Eyes at the Fed this week, of course, for all of this data coming out. We already covered that with Crypto George. Of course, Cryptos Are Us on YouTube. Paleo Adornio, damn, coming out, of course, is the Tether CEO. Tether releases QVAC Genesis 2, expanding the world's largest synthetic educational data asset to 148 billion tokens. I'm not sure what the hell that even is. QVAC Genesis 3 base model. I don't know. Maybe you guys want to look into that. I don't know enough about it. Another vibe experiment. People, of course, just shilling Michael Saylor a little bit more. Chaba Math Paparapatia says that the Michael Saylor is the best investor for being massively long on Bitcoin. His returns are bananas right now. Yep, insane. All right, I think that's all we're pretty much getting right now. Mostly just covering, of course, Metaplanet over on X. We got a statement from Max Kaiser, though. Let's see what crazy stuff he has here. A fun grok experiment, thought experiment. Is there any point in which individuals complete knowledge Complete knowledge of every conceivable aspect of physics, physics transforms an individual's mind into an infinitely sublimated array of indistinguishable biological quanta floating in an unrecognizable multi-dimensional state of oneness with the Holy Ghost. What the hell, Max? Oh my God! Wow, I don't want to get all biblical here, but usually, of course, Max is like one of the biggest permabulls out there. And he's going through beyond, of course, the human body and spiritual. He's, of course, asking about spiritual beliefs on Grok. That's crazy. New migrating Bitcoin to post-quantum standards could take 5 to 10 years, says Bitcoin's core developer Jameson Lopp. Yeah, that's where, again, we just got off that topic recently. Of course, talking about quantum computing coming for Bitcoin's launch. And I think we're going to have some sort of protection against that with the core developers right now working on it. No quantum computers won't be able to break Bitcoin into the near future, says James Lopp. Keep observing their evolution, yet making thoughtful changes to the protocol and unprecedented migration of funds could easily take 5 to 10 years. What's going to be really exciting, and I mentioned this earlier, is if we really can truly break into those old OG wallets. So a lot of them are lost forever, right? Lost forever, especially like that guy over in Europe who lost his Bitcoin in the landfill. What if there's a major attempt to just recover it through quantum computing? And those, and again, the idea around that is with the technology, of course. Back then, protecting those assets, nowhere near, of course, the protection standards that we have right now with 256-bit encryption. So, again, just take that with a grain of salt. It could be, of course, used for both malicious and maybe recovering the Bitcoin lost or stolen. Because it's unfortunate that we'll never be able to ever maintain or acquire any of those lost assets ever again, if we, of course, continue the way we're headed down this path. Let's see what's going on here in the chat. A bunch of Merry Christmases and cash dummies in the chat. Yes, I'm having a great Christmas with all these projects on sale. That's right, Brandon. But they're not as on sale as they used to be. We looked at the bubbles earlier, and I couldn't really pick anything solid on the monthly. So definitely going to be looking at the week or the year to determine where you want to buy in some of these assets. Where are you from, Brandon? In the chat, of course. You guys, of course, catching up with our new recruit here, Brandon. Jackson, Tennessee, the only person I know that plays crypto. What? Kid Rock? What territory? I work at Toyota. Damn, nice, solid job there, Brandon. Cheryl Crow, she's just our little country girl. What? Go Birds, says Bob. And decrypt.com, Yahoo Finance, Solana, Pump.fun, crypto fraud investigations. Yes, the Pump.fun investigations happening as we speak. It's been going on now for 2 weeks, I think. Brendan White says, I'm a widow, so I'm just stacking my retirement. There you go. And I'm slowly living off of my retirement. Oh, my God. Oh, man. We'll all get there eventually. All right, let's see what's going on. I might have to start working next year, though, depending on how this pendulum swings. Let's get back in the chat. So I see what else we may be missing. It looks like we already exhausted all the news breaking over on Twitter. All right, CNBC, everyone's on break right now. And we're almost at 11. At 11, I'm probably going to call it and go out for my run. I got to get caught up on my my runs this week. I'm also going to be doing a week fast. I'm going to see how far I can get. So I might be brain dead and loopy by the end of the week. So I don't know. See, usually I can get it about 3 days in, and I just can't do the live stream anymore. So I'll have to start eating again. But yeah, my personal record is about 5 days. And oh Jesus, $5 super chat coming in from Andy, £5 sterling, saying he's still wearing his pink cowboy outfit from Saturday's live stream. Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out that live stream, that was a doozy. Oh my God, Andy and Spence were on, and we were trying to buy the audience participation to to win the poll. Who won, of course, on Saturday's live stream. That was insane, guys. If you didn't check that out, check it out. Of course, old versus new investors in our space, Andy and Spencer. Oh my God, dude, I'm still blushing by how much you guys donated to the chat that day. That's insane. That was probably the biggest super chat we ever had on the stream. Thanks again, Andy and Spence. Oh my God, crazy. Making me blush just thinking about it. Oh my God. Oh man! All right. Yeah, and if you guys want a quick little teaser, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna go over and show you. It was so crazy. Oh man! Just a quick little highlight. I'll show you some of the highlights here real quick. Oh my God! Wow, this was Andy in his pink.
Put an ETF in today.
Cowboy
Did you see
suit.
that? ABAC's just.
Andy had about 3 or 4 costume changes in that live stream. So Spence only had 1, so that might have been why he pushed him over the edge and won the poll. So again, if you haven't checked it out yet, it was a doozy. Thanks again to Andy and Spence. Again, only being defeated so far by Gamma Goddess's live stream. Again, no one can defeat the beautiful and of course the wise Gamma Goddess. All right. Let's get back into it, guys. Any more crypto news before we head out? Anything else on the docket? Let's see. Metaplanet clears issuance of dividend-paying shares for overseas institutions. It's pretty much the only thing we really mentioned that was breaking. It happened overnight. Trump's War Liberty financial token ends 2025. You know what I haven't heard this morning? We haven't heard anything about the Japanese interest rates. That officially went live today. I know we had a very long, probably I think it was the longest live stream ever on last Thursday when that of course was announced. Yeah, today was of course it going into full effect. I think we had a 6-hour or 7-hour live stream on last Thursday. It was insane. Of course, we already had so many live streams that day as well. Japanese rates increase. No one's talking about it. Definitely not affecting the stock market's all-time highs right now. Let's see. Where's my news? Oh, there it is. Okay. Treasury yields rise, reversing last week's fall. GDP data awaited. This is 7 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 3 days ago. Really nothing really being talked about it here. Breaking. Pre-market global site signals fresh highs as miners shine. Yeah. Okay. All right, moving on. Nothing else to talk about there. Let's take a look at Fox Business headlines. We didn't look at those today. We read all, of course, the CNBC ones. Powerball jackpot rises to $1.6 billion, 5th largest in U.S. lottery history. Of course, the normies are going to spend their money, and of course, this is just another tax on the poor. Parents say kids freeze on mandated electric school buses during the brutal winter. Massive refund checks may hit American wallets as tax laws take into effect. Let's see what's going on here. Any new update on these $2,000 stimmies?
The November index, consumer price index, out about an hour ago. Prices up.
And don't forget, that's where we were last time in President Trump's first term. We were growing in the 3% range, and we had inflation in the 1% range. And it looks like that's where we are again. So I think that I'm not saying we're going to declare victory yet on the price problem, but this is just an astonishingly good CPI report.
Now, the president, in his speech last night, he's promising an historic boost in take-home pay next year, 2026, and the largest tax refund of all. Listen to this.
Yep.
You will see in your wallets and bank accounts in the new year, after years of record-setting falling incomes, our policies are boosting take-home pay at a historic pace. Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time.
Kevin, he's saying this as a new Fox poll shows only 11% of voters think they're getting ahead with their finances. 44.
No one is. 100% agree with this. I want to just go get this out before we play the rest of this. But we're going to print all that money. All the prices are going to go up. Yeah, we're going to give you more money than ever for free. But against inflation, it's going to be a drop in the bucket. You're going to pay so much more next year, or probably the following year, after this all, of course, settles in, and all these prices aren't getting you anywhere.
4% say they're falling behind.
Food and
Vice President Vance said, "Hey, we've got to have some patience." Kevin, when will people start to feel things tangibly improve?
Well, I mean, right now, if you look at what's happening with the lower inflation and the higher wages, you saw in the jobs report that that the latest wage number was that wages for the typical worker were up 3.7%. So if you're running 3.7% wage increases at 1.6% core inflation, then real wages are growing at a rate of about 2.5%. By our estimates right now, blue-collar workers have already seen an almost $2,000 raise this year after inflation because wages are growing so much faster than prices. I think.
Yeah, but against inflation, I think in order to get you out of poverty, I think every U.S. citizen needs to make a minimum of like $140,000 a year. I guess adjusting for inflation, we're just not keeping up with wage growth. It's not true. It's just don't listen to all these people.
What happens in the end, and this is what happened in the first term, is that people will see it in their wallets. One of the things that I think is really interesting about what the president said last night, which is a very important point, is that we didn't pass the big beautiful bill until the middle of the summer, and so that a lot of the tax changes which affect last year weren't in any tax forms that people filled out at the beginning of the year, and so we are going to see the biggest, refund cycle ever in the history of America, and people are going to get massive refund checks. So for the typical person who's a tip worker or gets overtime pay, we're expecting just that part of it alone to be worth a couple $1,000 refund. And we're going to definitely have a big PR campaign at the beginning of the year urging people to file early so they can get the money that they're owed from taxes this year.
Well, there you go. There you go. More money printing coming, and people are gonna feel it good. You're gonna feel good for about maybe a year and a half at most. And of course, all these prices are going to adjust for the amount of money that's being printed. And corporations are of course going to get theirs. And of course, if you held Bitcoin for this long, prices are so much cheaper when adjusted against Bitcoin. All right. I'm over the dollar, man. so much doom today. So much doom. I love it. All right. Ghost Operating says Solana developer just sentenced to 6 years for siphoning on millions of Solana pump. Fund. That is not a lot of money to do 6 years. Yeah, 100%, dude. That's definitely not worth it. I guess that's what's clanker on life support. I can't stand a thief, says Brandon White in the chat. I'm done being a slave. I'm moving on to the Philippines to be a farmer. Yes, Brandon, 100%. As, of course, we're looking at doing a similar thing here as well. Depending on the situation next year, I might be living in Thailand for a majority of the year, starting next year. American military all get Merry Crashmas check for 1776. Yes, 100%. Ghost, 100%. That's already in the mail, according to Trump, right? Is that legitimate? When are Americans getting their 1776 checks? Let's see. Americans, specifically active duty military service members, are expected to receive 1776 checks before December 20th. So they're already out. They already got it. Payment was part of the Warriors dividend announced by President Trump. There you go. So he already bought all of those votes, the Republican Party, from the military service members. How many? It was like 2 million. How many million service members do we have? How many Americans will receive it? What else you got in the check? Active duty only. Yes, the first round of the stimulus, those checks only for active duty only. 1.5. I thought it was like 2 million or so. Yeah, 1.5. Service members will receive their 1770 checks referred to the Warrior dividend, and I already got them as of Saturday, according to this. So I don't know if that's true. Let me know if in the chat if you guys are military service members. Thank you again for your service. I guess I have to thank you. Right? I guess I have to. Okay. Also, how much did Minnesota get? What? Minnesota? What are you talking about, Minnesota? I'm not sure. I need to know more. My whole family is military, says Gamma Goddess. Yes, Gamma. Did they actually get those checks yet? Let us know as soon as you find out. I appreciate it. Thank you, Gamma. Thanks again, Gigi. Gamma Goddess on the live, guys, on the live.
Here we go. Gamma Goddess.
Of course, shout out to the lovely Gamma Goddess. All right. Let's see. Anything else before we head out, guys? Anything else? Let's see. Let's go check out cryptonews.net. I haven't gone there in a while. Bitcoin reclaims 90K, but risk of U.S. trading day awaits. This came out, of course, before the market opened. Bitcoin's still holding right around 90K. Again, max pain is 96K if it happens, of course, before or on Friday. And I think max pain for the bears, I don't know the exact number. It's like 80, or for the bulls, I think it's like 84, 83, something in that range for them. So the AR is definitely stuck in a range. The best option we have for both sides of this trade are going to be right down the middle, somewhere at 90K. So if they want to play this safe into the end of the week, Bitcoin will be right around 90K by the end of the week on Friday. If they don't, and of course we want to see maybe the market makers push this in a negative or positive direction, they could of course do that before Friday and send this thing into a hizzy fit into next year. My bets are probably on the former. I think we're going to probably see some sort of recovery out of this. How high, we do not know. My bets have still been on around 100K, or at least reclaim that one more time before the end of the year. Maybe spiral that into next year. That's been my idea for a matter of weeks and months, whatever, majority of the year. My whole family is military. Oh yeah, GG. Yeah, I think we're all caught up in the chat now. Okay. All right, it's about ready for me to head out here soon, guys. I want to go over a couple more articles, see if anything else is breaking. And then I got to go run a mile, at least. I got to get back into it this week. Wall Street giant JP Morgan prepares for a new cryptocurrency move. JP Morgan calling for, are they still calling for 150? They've been calling for 150 over the past few months. Let's see if JP Morgan still got the target. All right, U.S. bank giant JP Morgan has made a few new move in cryptocurrency. According to Bloomberg, JP Morgan Chase is considering offering a cryptocurrency trading services to its institutional clients. According to reports, the Wall Street Bank is evaluating where crypto products and services in its market divisions could potentially offer to institutional clients. The review reportedly covers both the spot and derivatives trading. The bank decides to offer crypto products and services. It will enable both spot and derivatives trading. According to Bloomberg, the plans are still under consideration and have not yet been made public. JP Morgan also continues to provide 24/7 transaction and transfer services to institutional clients via the JP Morgan token. Similar to moves JP Morgan's are continuing in its global banking sector is in context. Standard Chartered is starting offering Bitcoin, Ethereum spot trading products, and to offering its corporate clients through its UK branch. All right, Italian giants Intesa Sanpaolo buys Bitcoin through its own digital asset trading organization, while Goldman Sachs already trades digital asset derivatives. Finally, industry giant BlackRock also manages large amounts of assets, through Its Bitcoin IBIT ETF. All right, I'm curious to see what their current estimates Bitcoin price. Let's see if I can ask that real quick, and then we can probably head out after that. What is JP Morgan's current estimated Bitcoin price? Let's see if we get an answer to this. Of course, the last ones we've heard were as high as 150, 170. I want to see news. Just give me this straight and narrow from Duck AI, guys. Duck AI. Oh, jeez. Let's see what else we have here in the chat. Game God says it's just active duty and receive the checks you're referring to. All my family are retired. Oh, all active duty only. Okay, gotcha. So none of your family are active duty right now, says Gamma. Brandon shouting out to a Gamma Goddess in the chat. Hello. Searching, there we go. Yeah. Oh gosh. All right. So it's still probably going to be right around 150, 170. This was 35 days ago. As of 4 days ago, there's 17 days ago. Still calling for around 170 by 6 to 12 months from here. All right, so that's still probably their target as well. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to head out for the day. Have a great day. Of course, we'll be back for the foreign market open here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in sunny Florida. So have a good one, guys. I'll catch you again here soon. That's right, soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, gold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more coins and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shopping and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
We still haven't dumped Bitcoin yet, and it's after 10:30. Oh my god, that's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, sitting at 89,700 before we head out, guys. I'm still sticking to my guns here. What I drew earlier on the chart. I'm just asking for us to bounce off of this bear trend line here, of course, and flip it into a bullish narrative. I don't know if we're gonna probably see the likes of 96K before Friday, but if we do, man, face melting. Price action will occur, of course, probably resume after Friday. Yes, thank you, of course, Gamma Goddess, Chaos family. Yes, everyone, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for jumping in. Brandon as well, of course, one of our new recruits here. Thanks again coming in hot here, Brandon. We're going to be back here, of course, at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I don't even know which one. Which one do I like better? The morning live stream or the evening live stream? I don't know. a lot more debauchery happens in the evening live streams, I'll tell you that. But I do like the chaos filled mornings every single day. I love hanging out with you guys and waking up to it. I'll, of course, catch you guys later. Have a good one and stay safe, guys. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid before the bull run. I'll catch y'all soon. Later.
day.